Hello, welcome back to Battle Brothers. I'm Jade Star.
And I'm the cheese-inspired shark violence.
Didn't you use that last time?
Maybe.
Alright. Well, we're here at the Goblin Fortress of Shanarax, and we have spotted our first Goblin Shaman. So, we've seen Necromancy before, so we know magic exists in this setting. Not that we've seen it get used for anything other than raising the dead, though, so this ought to be new and exciting.
Raising the dead or empowering them.
Yeah.
Teleportation.
Yeah, I don't know if that's magic so much as supernatural, but I mean, really, what's the distinguishing? Like,
I mean, yeah, vampires teleport. I mean, that's magical.
Yeah. It's an innate magical ability, Olish. It's not magic. They're not casting a magic. Fucking like D&D
It's supernatural, not a spell-like ability.
How's your Pathfinder going?
Oh, it's good. I've been with the same group for.
Oh no, I meant
years at
Kingmaker.
this point. Oh, the Tammy's enjoying it.
Oh yeah, suck it, Goblin, right in the lung. So I don't think we've seen too many of that injury, but Pierced Lung drastically reduces fatigue recovery per turn, I think. Or max
I would
fatigue.
imagine it would have to.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. Hey, there's the Shaman. No, oh, I might have been thinking, because there's one if you get it into the head, and there's Crushed Windpipe, which also sounds just ow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Pierced Lung is maybe, like, the worst maximum fatigue.
Anything that makes it more difficult to breathe makes it far more likely that you're going to die.
Yeah. Wait, do you mean in Battle Brothers real life?
Yes.
So I was gonna say, like, you know what? We all really take breathing for granted. And when you start to have, like, the slightest interruption to the, to your breathing, that you don't have to, like, when it becomes out of your subconscious and it becomes a conscious effort to breathe, you really realize how much that sucks.
Very quickly, too.
Yeah.
No hesitation. People will immediately start panicking.
Fucking nets, though. Goddamn. Otherwise, so Forest Map, I didn't want to sit there and get hit by the archers forever, so, of course, charge goblins. But 3 AP terrain cost kind of sucks. And there's these two bottlenecks, mostly. There's a little bit to the north, and there's probably one in that shroud down there. So it's just really annoying actually getting into position to fight these guys. And I don't know what that one was doing. And there's the magic.
So, nets. Goblins
Nets.
like to use nets.
And
Goblins
vines.
like to use magic vines.
Magic vines, which work basically the same as nets. Nets are negative 45% to, like, defensive stats and initiative. The vines is negative 35%, but is otherwise identical in how it functions and what it does.
And note that while Jade is saying percent, functionally it's just a flat amount. It's not reducing the amount that you have by 45%. It's subtracting 45 from the defense value.
No, it's percent.
Is it?
Yeah. It's, like, defense skill minus 45%. So it affects skilled people more than unskilled people.
See, everything else when it talks about adding 5% or 10% works in a flat linear.
You know, you're right. Maybe I
Additive
should
way.
check that. Because, like, yeah, I was just thinking, like, nah, that's not how that works. And then there's, like, the 5% chance to hit the head, which is a flat 5.
Right.
I don't know. Well, I can mouse over it and just say negative 35% melee defense, range defense, and initiative. If that was a flat value, though, his
That would be
defensive stats would be
substantial,
at,
yeah.
like, 0 or negative.
Right.
And, no, there's places where it's not a flat value, like, reach advantage, the 20% more melee defense for everybody you hit with a two-handed weapon. That does not add flat 20 defense, because that would be incredible then. Fucking hidden pike wall, or spear wall. Oh, you dick. And then I don't have the fucking movement to get back in there, because 3 AP a hex.
Yeah, this is one of those things where I know a lot of people are going to immediately hate me for bringing it up, but Path of Exile, of all of the things that it does incredibly... I don't know the polite way to say this.
Badly?
I want to say that it has an incredibly something attention to detail,
Okay.
it does communicate stuff in a very consistent way.
Which is,
When
super important.
Yeah, when things are additive versus when they're multiplicative,
Right.
it always uses the exact same language to distinguish between them.
That is, absolutely important, because that's not present here in Battle Brothers with some of the things. And part of that just might be language. I don't know. But this was German programmed.
I'd imagine something that was originally in German would be probably very distinctive in its language.
Oh, fucking daggers. I don't
German
know.
is not subtle.
No. But I don't know if it's just like a translation problem or what. Oh, suck it, Goblins.
Yeah.
Oh, Travelogue. Which is good, because Mo just got his, leg stabbed, which is going to kill his defense. I hate that. And the southern flank is running into some vine-based problems.
Another good Steam Deck.
Yeah, right. That was actually, the subtitle to Little Barbershop of Horrors. So that spell is super effective. It's AoE. I can't quite tell how it's centered, because last time he got 3 of them, and they were in slightly different formation. This time he got 4 of them. So I don't know if it's target and all adjacent or what. But the Goblin Shaman can cast that every single turn. It's just a 4 fatigue ability. The way, Rallying Cry or Footwork is. So there's no limit on it. There's no magic points. There's nothing to stop him from just constantly doing that. And that's basically all he will do, because he's got a club instead of a crossbow. And he's going to sit in the back, so he's never going to use his fatigue on anything that isn't either moving or magic.
And while he's only a few tiles away, he can actually do that from quite a distance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's got a longer range than the nets. And, incredibly unsubtle foreshadowing, but imagine a fight against a bunch more goblins that include multiple shamans.
Yes.
It gets very unpleasant very quickly. Fucking A, there we go again.
Yeah. I mean, it might be the target and everyone adjacent. Don't know. The thing is, you really just don't see Goblin Shamans unless you go looking for them.
Right. They do not roam with mobile armies.
Yeah, there are very limited places to even encounter them, and one of them is the aforementioned foreshadowed place. There are a couple of things that are actually, I don't think fix is the right term. There are some things that you're going to that will be present in every
static or pre-generated. Yeah.
Yeah, in every world. The location, the details.
We might as well talk about it, because I'm going to talk about it
Yeah.
in the post. Maybe not the post with this video, but the next one. There is a Goblin City out there, and it has 3 Goblin Shamans, and it is guaranteed to be in every map that you generate. And the enemy composition is scripted, and the rewards are at least partially scripted. The battle rewards will vary, but there is guaranteed to get at least one specific treasured item if you clear it. So it makes it kind of like a really good endgame target. The problem is that it is a giant, just fuck city. It's 47 goblins with 3 overseers and 3 shamans. And 3 shamans, if you bunch up your dudes, is enough to vine everybody, because look at how much trouble one of these dudes is giving me. And if you have more people poking you with pikes and poisoned arrows, it's just...
Nice shot, Skippy. Holy shit, 2 for 2.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. The first one I don't think was actually aimed at the target it killed.
No.
But whatever.
But
it killed
hit.
somebody, yeah.
2 shots, 2 kills.
Yeah. So shamans are just some of the worst things, is you're constantly fighting the vines. You can either try to live with a negative 35% defense and try not to get poked by a swarm of goblins, or you can keep trying to break them, the vines, and just be draining stamina just at a horrendous and constant rate every turn.
Yeah, there is just no good situation for how you deal with it. And the problem is that, like, if you know about the vines and try and, you know, like, spread all of your guys out, you cover a very wide area, and then you have 40 goblins, and all of your people are spread out. And goblins have lots of range. They have no problems focusing fire on just a few people at once.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely, especially in early game, whereas you might get a guy whittled down even before making it to the line, and you're thinking, oh, hey, nice shot. You're thinking, well, I'll just pull him back and they'll try to retreat. And then the ambushers are just like, yeah, I don't care. There's like at least 3 to 5 of us. We'll just shoot that one dude who's really low in health trying to run away. And you will lose people to that early on.
So the Goblin City is one of those things that is definitely post-game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not,
after the Day 100 crisis.
You're not even going to consider it before you've completed the crisis. You might not even consider it unless you've completed multiple crises.
That is where I've been leaning. So after this, I did some test runs to see what the Goblin City would be like. It did not go well. It went very, very poorly.
I myself have offered some advice to Jade on how to handle this. We'll see. I don't think he's made a final decision. No,
I haven't. Oh god, Mo! Oh god, please Mo, don't die. Also, you, Herpical, I think I've got 2 very wounded dudes now. So, I mean, I was talking about it early game, that, you know, the ambushers might find vulnerable people and pick them off, but that might be happening to us right now.
Oh, there's one dude who's very, very close to death. Let's just all immediately shoot at him.
Yeah.
It's the goblins. The green noses can smell weakness.
Oh yeah, it's like some sort of shark that can sense blood. A goblin shark, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, 16 health and no body armor. Oh god, Herpical. Okay, then get away. Or enter your shit.
Shield wall.
Pure side. It's not enough fatigue.
Leg muscles.
It's 11 health. Ugh. You know what?
Hide in the bush. Hide the bush.
Son of a bitch, McGade's just fucking stuck in a goddamn vine, using up the 15 fatigue he gets back every turn to attempt to break it.
All right. You know, I was kind of questioning why you would actually take the fight in the forest. Not that you really had all that much choice.
I don't have a choice, yeah.
But that bush, I think, just saved him.
No, he would have been fine. You can't shoot a bow in melee. So the ambushers couldn't have pulled out their bows and shot Mo. You can't shoot bow and arrow in melee, and you can't reload a crossbow in melee. You can shoot the crossbow in melee.
Still, that was very dangerous, and that was not even 40 of them.
No. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I do to show off a couple of the things that I planned on showing. Really, the kind of the forums, like game forums, census is basically it's a day 200 plus sort of thing. Come in with dudes with just piles of heavy armor, named gear, and be like level 20. And honestly, I don't feel like grinding out my campaign offline that much for it.
At this point, this would be as much time as you put into the campaign.
Yeah.
Again, just to reach that point.
Yeah. Also, hey, why were we here? Boom, treasure.
Neat looking treasure.
Yeah.
Although that is scale.
That is scale. And then this night cloak also seems pretty cool and good. It is actually not that great.
Yeah.
I post the numbers in the post, but that piece of leather is essentially 1 less fatigue and 1 more point of armor than a basic mail shirt.
Well, they can't all be amazing.
Yeah. There's mods for that, though. Which I would, by the way, say, if you pick this up and played it for yourself, maybe check the Nexus forum mods. I mean, I know it's Nexus, but it's Battle Brothers. There's nothing weird there.
You say that,
I do say that. I did sort through a lot of mods. I didn't see anything bizarre. So, you know. Anyway, so this has been the Goblin Fortress of Shanarax, or Shanarax, or whatever. We got our treasure. We've got a bunch of dudes that are injured. Probably want to go back to town and heal up. And in the meantime, I will consider how to tackle the Goblin City and the other incredibly post-endgame events or dungeons that I want to at least show off, if not grind up the troops to be all level 20s and deal with. So thank you all for watching, and in case I don't make another video, thank you for joining me on this LP. You can say goodbye too, Olish, if you want.
Goodbye.
Olish doesn't care about you people.